Y'all, it's a beautiful spring day. And I just kind of wanted to get out of the kitchen for a minute. You know, we're right here at Easter time. And you know, our Easters, depending on where you live, what region of the country you live in, you have different growing seasons. Oh, listen to that wind. Oh, I love it. But at Easter time down here, we have all these beautiful flowers. So Eddie is going to give us a tutorial today on on you know, I found there's just not much he can't do. In fact, I'm going to ask him this afternoon if he'd give me a haircut. Just a little haircut, Eddie. Oh my gosh, he's going to find something to do this afternoon, I think. But anyway, he is very knowledgeable when it comes to outside, and I adore flowers. I adore them, but I don't claim to have a green thumb, so I'm gonna follow Eddie around in the yard because he has started his love of flowers. He started it this week, so come on, let's go follow him and see if we can learn something. You know, you can tell me, Eddie, but then a day or two I may forget. But what is this stuff called?
I'm not sure. It didn't have a name on it.
Okay, it reminds me of a big baby's breath.
I just like that it
Drapes. Yeah, I love the drape too.
And I don't even know if it's like you were saying. I mean, we had different seasons here than Northeast, and right now we're kind of like in our first stage of what.
Yeah, yesterday was the first day of spring, I believe.
I think today, or what? Yeah,
I think it was yesterday,
so,
or at least it was in New York, the first day of spring, raining and cold.
We are playing catch up.
Yes.
With
the snow from the snow.
Killed everything going around
everything.
the house. So
everything.
We had to replant going around. We had the metal roof here, so when snow slid off, it
crushed it.
Everything.
It crushed it. So Eddie said, I want to try us doing pots. And of course, the boxwood, we love boxwoods down here because they survive summer, winter, fall. They can live through it all. And so Eddie said, I want to just do some pots back here. And all right, now what are the other things you've planted, Eddie?
These azaleas in the back row will bloom right through fall. So,
oh, yay!
So I thought it would be great to have.
Yes, and what's the name of that azalea?
That I don't know. I don't know what.
Okay. Uh-oh. Something's falling down. All right, now these look like they're crying for.
These
geraniums.
We've got impatiens. I've got to get the watering system all set too, right?
Yeah.
We're still on the watering system for winter time.
Yeah. Well, in a little while I'll get the hose and I'll give them some water. But you have started planting impatiens.
These are sun patients that will tolerate the.
Yeah, because most impatiens don't like the bright, hard sun, do they?
Need to be in the shade. These sun patients. And this area here, last year we did them as well. We did them right here, and they lasted great. The rose bush is coming back great.
Yes.
All kinds of fuds getting ready.
I know it.
In another week.
Yes, it'll be.
Nice and full.
It'll be covered with roses, won't it? Oh, look, and down here they've started blooming too on this end. I just knew the snow because the snow was crushing it too. And I was so afraid that it would not come back.
Well, the peak on the roof wasn't on this side, so we lucked out there.
Yeah, yeah. And what are these? What are these in the?
I mean,
That must look like a tuna.
No, they're not.
Some patients.
No.
And I bet these Rudies, don't they?
Begonias.
Begonias, yeah.
I knew I'd get there somehow.
I knew it. I knew what it was too, but I couldn't come up with it. But I bet these snap off and root real good, don't they?
Yeah, you can.
So you can put these in water, root them, and plant them, and you'll have begonias everywhere.
So when I'm out here over the weekend cutting, you'll know what I'm doing.
Yes,
I'm just
yes,
stealing
yes.
from you.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no sense in going to the nursery and buying them when you have things like that root so nicely.
So in this area here, you keep mentioning you want like a wildflower. Wildflowers just don't do well down here. We have a very small window to have that look.
And I do love wildflowers.
So I started with this big wall, and then with the boxwoods, you got a lot of green going on in this yard. I started here. I need to find some other colorful plants that are going to come up like in the corners.
Yes, I love the purple.
But I thought I would start adding some for the colors in between.
You go out a lot of times, and I'm not always with you. So where are you finding? Where's your favorite place? Places? I know you.
No, I mean I'll go to places that everyone can go to. Savannah has some nice little, family owned, like Davis.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're not always going to be like the biggest selection.
Yeah.
So definitely Home Depot.
They have beautiful ferns, so at Davis Produce.
Yes.
Don't they?
Yes.
And Christmas trees. So we couldn't be more fortunate for Easter and flowers to run into each other,
As you can see, in the south, spring, fall might have coincided a little bit with the leaf falling. The live oaks will leaves their leaves right now. Hopefully we'll have about a month of leaves falling. It's a little messy.
Yeah, they keep hitting me out here. And over here, Eddie, I can't wait for our elephant ears.
Yeah,
and they're popping up.
The elephant ears will come up over in this section.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Did our herb planter make it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, actually that's
so we can run out here.
Through the winter.
How about that? How about that? And we had a beautiful rose, climbing rose over here, and it wanted to come down the steps, and you'd have to be careful because you'd stick yourself. So I see you redirected it. And I want you to know, let's see, was it Monday? Monday I was at the restaurant, or was it Tuesday? I can't remember. But when we left that morning, Eddie, I was looking at the dogwood tree, and I couldn't see any buds. When we got home that afternoon, we drove in, and that tree was blooming.
Let's go look at it.
Okay, come look, because it's beautiful. What did you say, Eddie?
This
Monday was at its peak.
Yeah, this tree here is already gone past its peak. The blooms are already, the leaves are already coming out.
Starting to fall. But I'm a big lover, as well as Eddie, with the pots, because pots can make a big statement. Everything doesn't have to be planted in the ground. And I like pots because you can kind of move them if there's help around here to help move them. And I see you've got more impatiens over here to put out.
Yeah, those will add some great color. Again, that's all green over this way. So in the summertime, those little clusters behind the bushes will really pop.
Yeah, yeah. I was real excited yesterday to come out and see that our climbing rose was blooming. Y'all want to go see our climbing rose? They are so beautiful. I've never been a rose person. I had a friend and neighbor, that she had a rose garden, and she worked in that garden every day, pruning puffing this powder on them.
Yeah, no, it takes a lot.
And they were beautiful. But the climbing roses, they don't take that kind of energy.
Right.
And that's why I love those so much. Plus, I love the fact that they climb and cover more territory than just straight up. So let's
Showed
talk.
them when we were over by the garage, just so you know. You're talking about the ones over here?
No, not those are red climbing roses. And I don't know. Do you know what kind this one is, Eddie? It got planted years ago. So I don't know the name of it other than just a climbing rose, but I highly recommend those, y'all. Everything looks a little rough right now because we're just 2 days into our season. But I love concrete appointments in the garden or in the yard. To me, they add so much. Now this will come into the white and cover the black with the elephant ears soon. And the bird feeders, we have all this wild stuff just popping up where the birds drop the seeds on the ground. And Eddie, I love these. Now I think of these as being wild ferns. I love this part of the yard. To me, it's just real peaceful. And Eddie, now you tell me that we don't need to cut these back. And I've always come out and, broken them all off because these hydrangeas will be beautiful in what, a month?
They'll start. You can see bees already starting to get the little scented.
Now, I think a hydrangea passed away in that bucket, didn't they?
These we have every other one I do. Pet flowers, like. So it's not all hydrangeas.
All right, so here's our climbing rose back here. And y'all, these ferns survive every year, and they will be covered. You won't be able to see any brown. And there's a
Italy fern that comes back every year. It's a Lady Banks rose.
Yes, Lady Banks. I couldn't remember. I knew you'd know. Look how gorgeous that is. And like I said, it's old, Eddie.
Yeah.
I think we planted that not too long after.
Yeah, and last year was the first year that I remember it blooming. I'm thinking of maybe moving it so that it gets more sun. This area doesn't really get sun.
Well, I tied it up there, trying to give it a place to climb. And all this, we'll have to do another one of these, Eddie, in about a month, right?
Oh yeah.
And it'll look like a totally different yard. But hopefully this will get your spring juices flowing. And we're all wishing you a happy spring and a happy Easter. Get out and enjoy the flowers and the pollen. Oh. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.